At the intersection of art, science, and thought, the brightest star of the Renaissance, a genius who transcended his time with his infinite curiosity, Leonardo da Vinci. In this documentary, we will not only explore a painter, but an engineer, a scientist, and a symbol of humanity's effort to understand the universe. Leonardo was born in 1452 in Vinci, a small village in Italy. Since he was born as an illegitimate child, he remained distant from the traditional education system of the time. However, his boundless curiosity about nature and his surroundings became his true teacher. His father, Ser Piero, was a notary but was married when Leonardo's mother gave birth to the baby. Thanks to his father's connections, young Leonardo was taken to Florence. There he began to work in the workshop of Andrea del Verrocchio, one of the greatest masters of that time. The 1450s and 1460s were a period during which Florence earned fame as the cradle of the Renaissance. Andrea del Verrocchio was not only an important artist of his era, but also a versatile figure who combined mathematics, perspective, and scientific observations in his works. His workshop was a center for young talents to receive education in Florence. In the workshop, students began with basic tasks, preparing paint and brushes, polishing surfaces, and creating rough designs for large projects. Beyond being a versatile genius, Leonardo was a deeply thoughtful and original personality who was keen on observation. He was calm and introverted. He could observe people and nature patiently for hours to understand them. His attention to detail and curiosity in his works reflect a philosophical approach. His passion for understanding the world and his calm pursuit of research mark the deep thinking in his character. Verrocchio's interdisciplinary approach. In addition to painting and sculpting, Verrocchio was known for his engineering knowledge. His works, particularly those on marble and bronze casting techniques, were among the areas from which Leonardo drew inspiration. Collaboration with Verrocchio, the baptism of Christ. One of the most significant works created during Leonardo's apprenticeship with Verrocchio was the baptism of Christ. This work was completed under Verrocchio's leadership, but Leonardo, as a young apprentice, made notable contributions to it. When examining the details of the artwork, it is evident that Leonardo particularly painted one of the angel figures. This angel figure represents an important milestone on Leonardo's path to mastery. His careful and soft brushwork stood out against the harder and sharper styles of other painters of the era. According to legend, the beauty and naturalness of the angel painted by Leonardo earned both Verrocchio's admiration and astonishment. It is rumored that Verrocchio gave up painting after this event. Leonardo's years with Verrocchio marked a turning point in the development of his genius. Verrocchio, as a mentor, recognized Leonardo's talents and guided him in the right direction. However, the skills he acquired during this period were merely a stepping stone, as Leonardo's imagination and curiosity eventually led him to surpass even Verrocchio, becoming a genius unparalleled to this very day. Leonardo was not just a master painter. To him, art could not be considered separate from science and engineering. In every detail, there was a youthful passion for the world and humanity, a face that inspired millions across centuries simultaneously, a face that comes alive in the eyes of its beholders, hiding the secrets of a smile. Leonardo da Vinci's immortal masterpiece, the Mona Lisa. In 1503, Leonardo da Vinci picked up his brush for a portrait project. The commission was simple. A Florentine merchant wanted a portrait of his wife, Lisa del Giocondo. Yet Leonardo never considered any commission as a mere task. Leonardo, a man free of conventional norms or constraints, tried to execute all his projects and works according to his own rules. In this way, he was more like a philosopher developing broad perspectives within his world than an ordinary artist. The most debated feature of the Mona Lisa is her smile. The smile seems to change completely depending on the angle of view, and this effect derives from Leonardo's carefully applied sfumato technique. Using subtle tonal transitions, he created a soft impression that alters the viewer's perception. Her smile can be interpreted as cheerful at times and melancholic at others. Art historians believe that the woman in the portrait was Lisa Gherardini, the wife of a Florentine merchant. However, some theories suggest that it is Leonardo's ideal depiction of a woman, or even a self-portrait. Her masculine facial features and Leonardo's artistic understanding that highlights androgyny are details that support these theories. Leonardo began working on the Mona Lisa in 1503, but he carried the painting with him for a total of 16 years and never delivered it. According to some art historians, this suggests that the painting represented, in a sense, an endless piece of work for Leonardo. It is believed that he never considered the painting fully complete due to his endless dedication to detail. These mysteries turn the Mona Lisa into more than just a portrait. It becomes a philosophical and artistic exploration. Leonardo's creativity and meticulousness make this painting one of the greatest mysteries in art history. The Last Supper is one of Leonardo da Vinci's most significant works, created between 1495 and 1498 for the dining hall of the Santa Maria delle Grazie monastery in Milan. The painting depicts the moment when Jesus announces that one of his apostles will betray him just before his crucifixion. This work transforms a religious scene into an expression of human psychology and drama, making it one of the most discussed artworks even today. The painting is considered a masterpiece that interprets a religious theme with artistic innovations, marking it as one of the most important works in the history of art. Leonardo was a genius who transcended his time. His intelligence shaped not only his own era, but also human imagination. His works in science, art, and engineering continue to inspire awe far beyond his time. Leonardo was deeply interested in the concept of flight and studied the movements of birds, creating drawings in this area. He designed a winged device known as the ornithopter, which was based on flexible wings and a pedal system. He also sketched flying machines that could be used for warfare. To better understand the human body, Leonardo conducted dissections on corpses. His drawings include unique depictions of muscle structures, bones, organs, and the nervous system. His deep understanding of human anatomy added great realism to his art. There was a strong connection between these seemingly different fields. Leonardo's anatomical research allowed him to design more realistic and aerodynamic flying machines. His understanding of the function, movement, and force of human muscles inspired his engineering works. In 1516, Leonardo moved to Amboise at the invitation of the French king Francis I. During the last years of his life, he continued to work on completing his projects and answering the questions related to his works. We can describe Leonardo as a passionate learner. No matter what field he worked in, art, engineering, anatomy, or nature studies, he carried an infinite curiosity and desire to learn. A charismatic figure, he built social bonds with many people and earned admiration in various circles, from the Vatican to the French royal court. There is no significant evidence that he was flirtatious. While we do not have much information about his personal life, it is thought that he was quite unconventional in his relationships. His charisma and connections with others were mostly built around his intelligence and artistic talents. Leonardo was kind and beloved among people. Records describe him as having a compassionate attitude towards those around him. He also had a playful side and is known to have sometimes drawn humorous sketches for his friends. Even though he designed war machines, Leonardo was known as a peaceful person. He questioned the meaning of life, nature, and humanity, embedding philosophical undertones even in his paintings. Deeply connected to life, he pursued moral and spiritual values in his works. Leonardo worked calmly and soothingly to address problems, but was very diligent and meticulous about his projects. His perfectionist nature led him to produce numerous unfinished works. One of the things that distressed him most throughout his life was the unfinished state of his projects. His perfectionism and the fact that some of his designs were never realized left him unsatisfied. Leonardo never married, and there is no concrete evidence of a close romantic relationship or spouse. Although mysterious about his private life, it is known that he spent over 20 years with his assistant and close friend, Salai Giangiacomo Caprotti. Leonardo da Vinci passed away on May 2, 1519, at the Château du Clos-Lucé in Amboise, France. At the age of 67, he spent his last years living a comfortable life under the patronage of Francis I, King of France. His death was likely due to age-related illnesses. Leonardo left all his works and notes to his most trusted student, Francesco Melzi. In his will, he meticulously addressed his property and art. It is reported that, by the end of his life, he accepted his death with a deep sense of spirituality.